All right, welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. MLB DFS video. It is Thursday. It is June 15th, and we are back. As you know, if this is the first time you've ever been here before, if the previous video gets 50 plus likes, we will, and you leave a comment, and you are a subscriber, your name is going to be put on random.org, and you're going to be randomized three times, and the winner will receive a free week of MLB DFS content. If the video gets 100 likes, we'll get a month, and if the video gets 125 likes, we will get a free season pass to MLB DFS, brought to you by FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Yesterday we got like 80 likes, so we are going to go through here. I don't know what happened. YouTube at some point past 2 days has changed the names, so you might have to look at your username on YouTube and maybe change it to what you want, because some of these don't make any sense. So like user CH4S7. So if you are the winner, figure out who your name is, and you will have a chance to win. So I don't know what happened in the past 2 days. I wish they would have just kept the names, but make sure you go in and edit your username so it looks correct, because it used to be like people's first and last names or stuff like that. Now it's really weird. So good luck to everyone. Let's randomize this 3 times. If you are the winner, like the video, and then hit us up on Twitter at advisors_team, or hit us up on our email, dfshelp1@gmail.com. So good luck to everyone now. Randomize 1, 2, and the winner of the free week of MLB DFS is Aaron Givens. Congratulations, Aaron. Like the video, hit us up on Twitter at advisors_team, hit us up on DM, or dfshelp1@gmail.com. All right, so we have a 10-game slate for Thursday, June 14th, but it's going to be split. Pretty much how Thursdays all go. You got a few games early, and then you got main slate that has a little less games. So depending on how you like it, how many games there are, might only be GPP tournaments. We'll kind of break it down. But before we get started, I've had multiple people ask if we do accept PayPal and how to go about that, because on our website, it's only credit card. So right now, I just looked and I found out that if I wanted to add PayPal gateway onto our already what we use, that it's like a $350 charge. So I do have PayPal. If you are interested in signing up on the website, PayPal it is. I'll have you email me right now, dfshelp1@gmail.com, until we get our other email back. That's dfshelp1@gmail.com. I'll send you the PayPal. You can send it, and then we'll get your account set up and everything. So without further ado, we're going to look at the slate. Not a bad slate or day, but it will be split up a little bit. So first game of the day, Kikuchi versus Tyler Wells, Blue Jays at the Orioles. We've got Kikuchi against the Orioles, current roster, 79 plate appearances, a .275 batting average, 22.8 K percentage. Now, to start the season, he was doing, not good. And we would always love to stack against him because we were making money that way. Kind of turned it around early on in the season. Coming off an okay start against Minnesota, 5 innings pitched, a 3.6 ERA, 7.2 K per 9. So not a huge K per 9 there, which kind of, you'd hope he'd get more strikeouts in there than he actually did. But it's the Orioles as well. And this is what kind of is, I don't know what to expect, because we know we've stacked the Orioles in 2 days ago, dominated, put up a ton of runs. Now, it's Kikuchi. They're at home. I would probably look at both of these pitchers as tournament options. If I'm looking past that, I don't trust them enough. But looking at that, Kikuchi, his okay numbers. Tyler Wells, 45 plate appearances, a 200 batting average. But if you don't want to go with these pitchers and you want to go with the bats, let's dig in a little bit and we can check it out. So if you don't know what we do on this channel, I've said it before, but if you are new to the channel, welcome. And just like you saw at the beginning, Anytime a video gets at least 50 likes and you leave a comment and you're a subscriber, your name will be put into random.org and you'll be chosen to win a free week of MLB. Anytime we get 100 likes, you will win a free month. And anytime a video gets 125 likes, your name will be entered into random.org and we'll do it 3 times just like you saw, and the winner will get a free season pass. So, that being said, hit that like button, hit that video, guys. I know we can do it. Let's check it out. Let's check out the bats that we had. So, Adley 1 for 8. His 1 hit's a home run. It seems like anytime Adley is on the in the player pool, you've got to look at him a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there. Santander 3 for 8 with a home run. Austin Hayes 2 for 13 with a home run. Aaron Hicks 1 for 5 with a home run. Kind of coming on a little bit. Still cheaper. Ryan McKenna 4 for 10 with 3 doubles. Urias 2 for 7 with a home run. So I don't mind them. Kikuchi is just so volatile. You never know if he's going to have a good game, if he's going to have a bad game, if he's going to get blown up. And that's kind of MLB DFS in a nutshell. We saw yesterday, Strider give up, I think, 4 runs in the first inning. We've seen Zach Eflin not do good against Oakland. We used Mitch Keller against Oakland. He gave up, 7 runs or something? I mean, that's MLB for you. It's crazy. But I'm here to hopefully help build as many successful lineups with you, for you, but not against you. We are all in this together, just like that song. On the flip side, if we are going with Blue Jays bats against Tyler Wells, because you don't want to use him as pitching, we could look at who has had success in the past against him. Bo Bichette, 2 for 9. Vlad, 2 for 8 with 2 doubles. Merrifield, 1 for 6. Kirk is 2 for 3. Springer's 1 for 3, and that is a home run. So another good thing to do is check out Fanduel or DraftKings, whichever site you're on. You can kind of go through and see how they did and what they were priced at previous games on top of BVP. We have a ton of information on the website. At the end of this video, stick around. I will show you what we have on the website. But kind of look at how they're doing. They're progressing through the past week or so, and kind of get a feel for what players might have success there. Also, if you didn't notice, I'm not sure if you need to hit the like or be a subscriber and hit the bell notification, but I tried something new yesterday with MLB prop hits or hit props. So I went over 4 or 5 hitters that have had success. We go through, we look at the hitters that have had their hit percentage in the last 10 games, their hit percentage in the last for the whole season. And then I kind of had a background of the picture of what bet I took, $5 to win $16. So those are on the shorts. So in the YouTube shorts or whatever it is. I don't know if you guys get a notification when shorts go live or something. Let me know if you do. Hit the bell notification. Let me know if you guys get that. I want to test something. So I kind of want to do some shorts, but you guys are also talking about wanting to know like home run props and stuff like that. If it is a success, I might put out some shorts. I mean, they're 60 seconds. They're very short, hence the name. And I want to see if that is something you guys are interested in as well. So maybe a little sports betting prop bet type YouTube shorts for the day will be posted on this channel. You've got to go check that out. Let me know. I'm not 100% sure if you get notified when they go live or not. So that's this game. The next game, the Rays at the Athletics, Taj Bradley versus Paul Blackburn. I don't know what to think about the Oakland A's. We've taken pitchers against them in Oakland, and it's worked out up until the past week. Then they seemingly are beating teams they shouldn't be beating, or pitchers that they shouldn't be beating. They shouldn't be beating anyone, actually, but they are. And we're here for it. But I do like Taj Bradley in this one. Again, the way Oakland is hitting, this is a weird statement to say, but the way Oakland is hitting right now, I don't know what to think. So I will use Bradley for tournaments. I think I'd use Paul Blackburn for tournaments as well, just because they've been holding the Rays down for the most of the series. That's what they've been doing. I'll have both of these pitchers for tournaments. If I'm not going tournaments and I'm looking at bats, honestly, it just depends on what lineup comes out for Oakland. Kind of just see who's got the hot hand right now for Oakland, because no one really jumps out at the moment. But if we're looking at Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz 1 for 3, Jose Siri 2 for 4 with a triple, Taylor Walls 1 for 4 with a double, Franco 1 for 4, Randy Arozarena 1 for 2. I want to say stack Tampa Bay, but the way both of these teams have been playing each other, it might be the opposite. Maybe stack Oakland. This is a game that confuses me as much as it probably confuses you. Kind of got to wait till the lineups all come out. Kind of got to wait for the Vegas numbers to come out to feel confident enough to know what the hell's going on in this game. So that's kind of where I'm at here. Before we get started on this game, I don't know if any one of you are like avid MLB fans, but San Francisco called up a kid named Keaton Wynn Monday, I believe it was, and on Tuesday on Tuesday he made his MLB debut. He threw 4 innings and got a save, which is awesome in its right. MLB had a thing where he's a small town kid that had never been to an actual MLB stadium in his life until he pitched in one, which was amazing. I actually know my wife knows his sister and their entire family. They're about 20 minutes from us, which is crazy to see that all of that's transpiring. So if you guys have a story like that, let us know down below. Would love to know. Do you guys know anyone personally that is in the MLB? I can finally say I do know someone personally that played in the MLB, and he's the only one, I believe he's the first and the only player to make their MLB debut and record a save, which is pretty cool too. So, I mean, it's got nothing to do with MLB DFS, but I thought that was a cool story. If you guys have a cool story like that, let us know down below. So, Phillies at the Diamondbacks is next. This is the way we've been doing this entire series is we've been stacking the games and we've been leaving the pitchers alone. If you look at these numbers, it's, they're not bad, but they're not good. Aaron Nola against the current Diamondbacks roster, 43 plate appearances, a 23.3 K percentage, 366 batting average. Not the best numbers. And we're going to look at that. We're going to look at the numbers here and see if it's, a couple players that are bumping up these numbers or if it's an entire, just the whole roster has hit him well. Aaron Nola's been, for the most part, like 75% of the time we've used him this year, he's not done well, which kind of getting on my list right now. Ryan Nelson against Philly, 23 plate appearances, 174 batting average. The way both of these teams are hitting, it's really hard to want to take a pitcher against them. So if you look at the Diamondback bats against Nola that have had success in the past or currently, Evan Longoria, if he's in there, he's a cheap option. He's 3 for 8 with a double. That's 375. Josh Rojas, 2 for 6 with a triple. Christian Walker, 2 for 4 with a double. You got Jake McCarthy, 2 for 5 with a triple. Ketel Marte's 0 for 3, which is kind of surprising. Corbin Carroll's 1 for 3, but Corbin Carroll's name is actually floating around. I think he's 3rd on the list for MVP for NL, which is crazy. At least give him the Rookie of the Year. Been doing well. Gurriel Jr., 2 for 3 with a double as well. So honestly, I don't think I want to take either of these pitchers. I would look at stacking both of these teams. I bet, especially in Coors Field Jr., a.k.a. Chase Field, kind of liking that option there. So looking at that, those are kind of the Arizona bats that I'd look at. On the flip side, the Phillies bats that I'd look at, right at the top, Schwarber. Seems like he's hitting home runs every single night. Trey Turner's 1 for 6 with a triple. Nick Castellanos is 0 for 2. Bryson Stott's 0 for 3. JT Realmuto 1 for 2. Bryce Harper has not looked good since coming back from surgery. I'm trying to see if Harper even has... Let's see. You don't hear his name a ton. Yeah, he's not... Yeah, let's see. On the season, 25 runs, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, 5 stolen bases. He's stealing bases. He's batting .299, but he's not getting you the power. He's not getting you the home runs that you're looking for. The problem is on the website, on DraftKings, Fanduel or DraftKings, he is still priced up like he is an MVP candidate. Right now, $299 is okay. Yes, I get that. But a lot of his fantasy points come from extra base hits, come from the home runs, and we're just not getting that yet. I just saw on Wednesday Miguel Cabrera hit his first home run of the year, almost 2.5 months into the season, which we haven't used him at all this year. There's no reason. He probably should have already retired. He's going out to pasture at the end of the year. We know that. So the players that, without home runs, Miggy's really not a viable DFS candidate. At the moment, Harper's really not either. And it's weird to say, but maybe he's not fully healed. I don't know. We're going to play with it. I don't know if Harper makes it into one of my stacks. If I am stacking the Phillies against Nelson, probably looking at Schwarber, probably looking at Turner, Bryson Stott, Castellanos, JT Realmuto. Just depends on what lineup comes out, if anyone's getting any rest day or anything like that, and that's how I would build around this. But honestly, I don't feel comfortable enough to throw either of these pitchers in cash. If you want to throw them in a tournament, I don't mind. But yeah, nothing really jumps out to me in this game pitching-wise at the moment. Tigers at the Twins is next. Matt Boyd versus Sonny Gray. Boyd, 60 plate appearances, 212 batting average, 25K percentage. Sonny Gray, 81 plate appearances, 240 batting average, 27.2 against him there. Here's my thought. Sonny Gray has pitched really well for the Twins. Matt Boyd has good numbers against the Twins as well. I'm in the thought process of, if I'm playing this game, now it's a big if, I believe this should be the start of the main slate at 7:10 or 6:10 Eastern or Central, whatever you're playing. I'm looking at Matt Boyd for tournaments only, and I would be looking for Sonny Gray as my cash or tournament. I think he's a great SP1 or SP2 on this slate. They really haven't had much success against him. Now, if we're not going with pitching and you want to look at the bats, let's check out what bats we can look at in this matchup. So Kepler's 2 for 20 with a double and a home run. Correa 2 for 9 with a double. Joey Gallo 2 for 7 with a home run. Joey Gallo, like I've said in multiple videos in the past, if you're playing Joey Gallo, he's only a tournament option for you. You do not trust him in cash. He's not consistent enough to build in cash, even if he is low priced. Michael A. Taylor, 3 for 8 with a double. Kyle Farmer, 1 for 2. Ryan Jeffers, 1 for 2. Not a ton. I could see Boyd having success, still only putting him in cash, or in tournaments. If I'm looking at if for whatever reason you're looking at the Tigers bats against Sonny Gray, Miggy's 7 for 21 with 2 home runs, but it's still Miggy. He's not doing very well this year. That's kind of my thought. Jonathan Scope, 8 for 23 with 3 doubles. Javi, 1 for 21 with 12 strikeout. Javi, I didn't realize how bad of an MLB player Javi Baez really is. He's really good on defense. Well, he's not bad on defense, but he is bad on offense. Spencer Torkelson had a home run yesterday, 1 for 3. Eric Haase, 1 for 2 there. So yeah, none of those numbers scare me. Definitely looking at Sonny Gray, one of my favorite pitchers on the slate. Cash or tournaments, I don't care. Rockies at the Braves is the next game. You got to be announced for the Rockies versus Smith-Shawver. Now, yesterday before the game was postponed on Tuesday when I made yesterday's video, Smith-Shawver was supposed to be in there. Now we have him on this slate. And he actually has a good matchup here. I'm very surprised that they shifted Smith-Shawver here to this game instead of on the road in Detroit. I still like this matchup for him. Kind of the same things go. The Rockies are a little bit better than the Tigers, but I still like what I saw out of Smith-Shawver in his first start of the year last time. I'm going with that again. Should be a cheaper option with everyone on there. If you're playing on DraftKings, SP2, I don't mind an SP2 there. Cash or tournaments, I really don't mind. I think he's a versatile pitcher here that we could be looking at either cash or tournaments and feel confident about that. Next game, Pirates at the Cubs. Like I said in yesterday's video before the 2 pitchers were announced for the slate, if if it's not Marcus Stroman, I really don't trust very many pitchers for the Cubs so far. And now we get Marcus Stroman against the Pirates. Pirates are bad. We know this. They start off really hot, and then they came back down to earth. Stroman's been, outside of a couple of bad outings, it's been pretty good this season. Stroman against the Pirates in his career, 61 plate appearances, a 286 batting average, 11.5 K percentage. This is the problem. The K percentage is down. Would love it to be a little bit higher, but the way he's been pitching this year, I'm not against taking him. Comes in with a 7-4 record, 2.42 ERA. Love me some Stroman on this one. Wouldn't be surprised if he's one of my favorite pitchers on the slate. Pitched 85.2 innings so far in 14 games this year. 73 strikeouts, 1.04 whip here. All of these numbers are better than his career regular season. So looking at this, I honestly love Stroman here. If for whatever reason you're going with the Pirates, let's check out what Pirates bats have made this 61 plate appearances into 286 batting average. Santana 6 for 24 with 4 doubles. I'm not really concerned with him. Kutch 3 for 15 with a double. He's been okay. Brian Reynolds has been the best here, 5 for 7 with a double there. No one's got a triple. No one's got a home run. He only has 7 strikeouts. If he can pump up the strikeouts in this one, he could be in store for a monster game against the Pirates. The only concern it is Wrigley. If the wind is blowing out, that's a little bit concerning for pitching. But I'll take my chances with Stroman here. And this small main slate, it's kind of building up to only, in my mind, be tournament type plays, which almost all pitchers are okay in tournaments. But my thought is Stroman is good for cash or tournaments, doesn't really matter, and I love his matchup against the Pirates. Angels at the Rangers. Now, this one could be a fantastic matchup. This game could end up 1-0. You got Ohtani versus Nate Eovaldi. Ohtani against the Rangers, 102 plate appearances, a 250 batting average, 28.4 K percentage. But the Rangers are hitting really, really well this year so far. We've stacked the Rangers so many times this year, and they've put up a ton of runs when we've done it. Flip side of that, Eovaldi's had a resurgent year on the mound. 104, and this is exactly what Texas needed after DeGrom got hurt and it's done. Maybe DeGrom might be done for his entire career. We don't know. It's kind of looking that way. Eovaldi, 143 plate appearances, a 21K percentage, 248 batting average against him. Now, I love both of these pitchers. Like I said, they've got great matchups. They have good success against them. Could be a small, 2-run game or something like that. But if you are against the pitching for whatever reason and you're looking at the bats, let's check out the bats. So what Rangers bats have had success against him? Simeon's 4 for 18. Adolis Garcia 2 for 15. Jonah Heim 6 for 14 with a double and a home run. Nate Lowe 6 for 16 with a double, triple, and 2 home runs. He might be a sneaky cheaper play. Grossman, I'm not with Grossman. Corey Seager 3 for 5 with a double. Seems like he's hitting home runs all the time. Love me some Seager here. Tavares, not really. Mitch Garver, nah. Josh Smith, 1 for 2. Duran, not much. So there are a few plays that I don't mind here. Like if you are stacking for whatever reason against him, a Simeon, Jonah Heim, Nate Lowe, I don't mind those there. That's kind of why the numbers are bumped up a little bit too. But again, in 102 plate appearances, he struck out 29 of those batters. So almost 30% of the batters he's faced, he struck out. Flip side of that, if you're looking at the Angels bats against Eovaldi, Rendon, 8 for 29 with 2 doubles. Trout, 7 for 21 with 2 doubles. Gio, I don't know if he's going to play, but if Gio plays, 7 for 20 with a double and a home run, a little cheaper option batting 350. Ohtani on the mound and hitting, 2 for 16 with a double. Don't really like Rengifo. Taylor Ward, 2 for 8. Jared Walsh, 3 for 9 with 2 doubles. Drury, 1 for 6 with a double. So there's not a ton here. I'll have some exposure to the bats in this one, but I really love the pitching matchup for both of these guys. Don't sleep on these two. But I think these guys are going to be I think Ohtani's probably going to be the highest owned. Evaldi's probably second. That's where you could sneak in and you could look at a Sonny Gray. And that's where you might get the ownership and the leverage on that one. So that's my thought in that game. Then we've got the Nationals at the Astros. You got Mackenzie Gore versus Christian Javier. Gore's never faced them before, but they've got a lot of right-handed hitters that could hit him well. Just Altuve starting off, Bregman, just depending on, Jeremy Pena. It just depends on what lineup the Astros throw out there. I don't mind stacking against Mackenzie Gore. I won't have any exposure to Gore outside of maybe one or two lineups for tournament options in case somehow, some way, some reason Mackenzie Gore can hold the Astros down, which I don't know if he'll be able to. There's a reason that Mackenzie Gore is probably not owned at all in your season-long league, just depending on the season. 3 wins, Gore has a 4.04 ERA coming into this game, 10.83 K per 9. Trying to see if he's faced Houston this year. He has not, I don't believe. His last start coming against Atlanta, 5 innings, gave up a 9 ERA and only 5.4 K per 9. And yeah, I'm not going with Gore. I'll have no exposure to Mackenzie Gore here. I will have exposure to Christian Javier. He'll be there. And I will be stacking the Astros, just depending on who it is. Altuve, Bregman, Jeremy Pena are just 3 names that come to mind at the moment. Once the lineups come out, we can kind of see who else. Mauricio Dubon, if he's playing, if he found a place, he's a cheap option. We used him on Tuesday night, I believe. He hit a home run for us. He helped us cash on Fanduel. So that's my thought on this game here. Next game, Guardians at the Padres. Logan Allen versus Yu Darvish. Allen's never faced the Padres before. You know me. I like when a pitcher's never faced him before, and this is actually a pitcher's park. So if we can look at this, Logan Allen in San Diego, I'll have some exposure there. Tournaments only. The problem is they've got some right-handed batters that can hit well. Gary Sanchez is on fire right now. I've always loved Gary Sanchez when he was on the Yankees. Loved his power. His defense was not there. And then, his batting average was like 180 and then 160 and then 120, and it was bad. He's kind of coming back. He's still not priced up to how he's playing. Love Gary Sanchez in this one. Machado, Tatis. I'll have a couple of lineups with Logan Allen in there, but I'm not against stacking the Padres against him. So looking at that, it would be, Gary Sanchez if he's in there, which they got to continue to ride the hot hand there. Tatis is crushing the ball right now. Machado I'll look at a little bit. Bogarts a little bit, maybe some Juan Soto. On the flip side of that, Yu Darvish, 44 plate appearances, 256 batting average, 22.7 K percentage. I don't mind him either. I love Darvish for both cash and tournaments. Doesn't matter. I will not discriminate if it's a tournament lineup, if it's a cash lineup. Yu Darvish is my SP2 on DraftKings. You can put him with Sonny Gray. You can put him with Evaldi, Ohtani, and build around that way. Then the final game on the slate, White Sox at the Dodgers. You got Dylan Cease versus Michael Grove. Cease, 29 plate appearances, a 280 batting average, 31 K percentage. Michael Grove, never faced them before. Again, I like when pitchers never face them before. You know that. You know me. But he's gotten lit up his past few starts. Against the Phillies on the 9th, had a 9 ERA, 4.5 K per 9. Against the Yankees, 5 innings, 7.2 ERA, but struck out a 12.6 K per 9. So, don't know what lineup we're going to get with the White Sox. I'll throw Michael Grove in tournaments, but I don't trust him enough to have more than like 1% exposure to him. Dylan Cease, on the other hand, I'll throw him in a couple of tournament lineups, but I don't trust either of these guys in cash because the Dodgers are such a good hitting team. I would look to stack against Dylan Cease. If we do look to stack, if you are looking for some batters here, JD Martinez has been on fire this year, 3 for 7. Hayward 1 for 6, Muncy 1 for 3, Freddie Freeman 2 for 3 with a double. Not a ton going on there, but I don't mind a Freddie Freeman. I'll look at Max Muncy, Mookie. I don't care if he's 0 for 3. I'd still look at him. JD Martinez, maybe a little bit of Will Smith. So there's a lot of bats for the Dodgers that I'd look at. I really just depends on what lineup comes out for the White Sox. Luis Robert Jr., Lou Bob, I would look at. I would look at Tim Anderson. Without, seeing a lineup to go off of, which we kind of got to wait for since it's so late in the day as well. You could make a case to stack both of these teams. I don't mind stacking this game. This might be one of those games that you do want to stack. You want to stack both sides of the ball. So you're looking at maybe a four White Sox bats, 3 Dodgers, or 4 Dodgers, 3 White Sox, and find your pitcher there. You're going to want exposure to this game. I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm saying there's going to be at least 7 runs in this game. So there you have it. There are all of the pitchers that we've broken down. If you found it helpful, useful, inviting, let us know. Let us know what you thought. If you've been using us for advice, let us know that too. Let us know if you've won money. Let us know if you've brought home the bacon since watching these videos. I've seen a lot of comments saying you guys have, which is awesome. I wouldn't be anything without you guys. I've said it in the past. I didn't do any MLB content last year. I look forward to making these 25, 30-minute videos for you because you guys are making it. I love to look and see all the likes, all the comments, all the questions, all the awesome stories that you guys have said. I look forward to making these as many times as I possibly can, and I really want to see if you guys are interested in those YouTube shorts for sports betting, for MLB props, for home run props. And if those are good, I think I want to do that for NFL. Huge into NFL. Past few seasons with NFL, I've looked at the games. I've looked at least on Fanduel. I think DraftKings does it now too. They didn't used to, but taking 3 prop bets of this person A, let's say Cooper Kupp to score a touchdown and the Rams to win the game. And then you get crazy odds with a touchdown prop and the team to win the game. So those are kind of my thoughts or touchdown scores for NFL that I want to move forward for. I cannot wait for NFL. So like I said, this is the website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon since 2014. You guys know what we do. We've got login. You've got your FTA Plus, $10 a month until the All-Star break, and then it will go up to $25 because we will start. We give a lot of information out for $10. A lot of the information here, and then we give even more. So with MLB, you've got BVP matchups, stolen base targets, contrarian stacks, our cheat sheet, our prop bets, our betting odds, our ballpark rankings, our umpire factors, and our optimal stacks. So the optimal stacks, I actually had a question the other day, yesterday's video, I believe. What stacks would you do with X amount of games on the slate? And that's what this is. MLB DFS optimal stacks. This is exactly what it is. So if it'll load, I'll show you. We did get rid of right now the batter trends because no one was using it. There was like 2 views a day, and it takes 45 minutes to do. It's just not worth it at the moment. So depending on if you're playing DraftKings or FanDuel, you've got however many on the main slate. Let's say you're going 8 games main slate. The majority would be an other combined. But if you're doing like a 6-game main slate, the majority is a 5-2 stack, and then you kind of got to look at what batters to look at. So the majority of stacks that have been optimal to take down tournaments has been 5-2, meaning a main stack of 5 and a secondary stack of 2 players. And then on DraftKings, it's 4-3. And it just depends on the day. It depends on the Vegas numbers, the odds, the weather, what players we like. So that is where we give you that information. You can either build it yourself, or you can go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, sign up, and use our cheat sheet. Use our the contrarian stacks, the low leverage, the high leverage, the low ownership stacks that we have there, and just your gut feeling as well to build your lineup. So we do give out optimal lineups, FanDuel and DraftKings, both cash and tournaments. I say use those lineups and mix and match and make them your own. We don't sell lineups. Those are part of them. Those are core plays where you can take those plays and make it your own as well. If you want just to buy lineups, go find a person on Twitter, and good luck with that. They just take your money. They give you a lineup. Oh, well, if it doesn't do it, they don't do anything. They don't care. They don't put 30-minute videos with sources with stats in it like we do. So if you found this video at all helpful, if you liked it as much as I do making it, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Subscribe. Go check out our Twitter at @advisors_team. When our Twitter gets 10,000, we're going to give away a lifetime pass. If our YouTube page can get 10,000 subscribers before the start of the NFL season, another MLB or another lifetime pass as well. So sorry about this long-winded video. Hopefully it helped you. If it did, hit that like button. Good luck on this slate. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace!